Hi, this is Rick again, and in this section we're going to be looking into creating an IVR or a call menu. Now with the call menu we have to take a couple little process and steps, so it's going to be a little long one, okay? So you guys can see exactly how this works. So the first thing I want to do is, normally with IVRs you want to start from the end to the beginning. In other words, you don't want to start the IVR planning doing it from the beginning to the end, because everything goes in section, or it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can't have one without having two. So you have to, if you have 10 steps, you have to start with step number 10 and then work your way back. It's just the only way it fits together without you having to go back and redo stuff again. So the main thing is where any IVR or call menu lands is an in group. So let's create some in groups. Alright, so let's go and add a new in group, and we're going to call it test sales. It'll be sales in group. Okay, we're going to give it a color, a green for money. We're going to have the longest wait time, no web form. We're going to have an inbound script. That'll be the launch, and we're going to submit it. Now let's make sure that this is going to, I set it to 24 hours default call so we can do the test. And I'm going to submit. Okay. Alright, so just to make sure this works, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do some other stuff in here too. Okay, so let's go ahead and add another in group, and we're going to call it test service. Okay, so customer service. Okay, so this will be red since you're probably going to be mad. Alright, longest wait time, script, inbound. Okay, submit. Alright. Alright, so we have created the in groups. We're going to make sure that the test agent is in there. So let's go back and make sure that the test agent is in there. And sales, test agent is in there. It's assigned. Okay. We have the in groups assigned, and so let me load up some music now. If you saw the music on the whole creation, then you know a little bit about the audio store. The audio store is where we upload the files. So as you can see here, we have the audio file upload, and let's go to browse, and I'm going to upload my greeting, submit. We're going to upload sales recording and a service recording. Okay, so now we have added our files, and let's do this. Okay, so once we have uploaded the files, we're going to come back in and we're going to go into our inbound, and we're going to create a call menu. So we go to show call menus, add a new call menu, and we're going to call it test call menu. Oops, and I'm going to follow my instructions, test call menu. Alright, so it'll be test call menu. Alright. Okay, so once we have inputted all the information, we have the test call menu ID and the menu prompt. Now the menu prompt is going to be the first thing that the customer listens to. When the phone rings, this is the message that's going to play. So all your menu options will normally be in this file. So we go to the audio chooser, and we're going to do the greeting. Now the greeting will tell us, hey, thank you for calling, and press 1 for sales and press 2 for service. Okay, so if you have the menu to want to time out after a certain length of seconds, you can set it here. You can set another audio chooser. Let's say, hey, please choose something, or we're going to hang up. Okay, you can put that there. If it's an invalid prompt, maybe you put only options 1 and 2, and they press a 4, then you can tell them invalid number, or cannot read or whatever invalid prompt you want to load into. Here's where we set how many times you want the menu to repeat. So we'll set 1, and we're going to make sure it's open 24 hours. Now this is for the real-time tracking. If you want to track when the calls are coming in, and even in the IVR it'll show you, so this is good to see. and we're going to leave everything else. So now again, we said that this will send number 1 to sales, and if you press number 2, it'll send you to service. So we're going to go here and we're going to make sure we put option 1, and the route is going to be to our in group, because if they press 1, I want it to route to a sales agent. So then we're going to put sales queue as a description. Let's see, the in group is test sales in group, that's correct. You see we have service and the callback, so we want to send it here. And that's pretty much it on this. Okay, so now we come to option 2, and option 2 is service queue. So we're going to route to the in group. Now you can route this to an in group, to a phone extension, to a voicemail, or we can send it to another center. Let's say if you had an option 3 that you wanted to have service, some kind of specialty service, but it's not actually offered in your facility, it might be offered in another facility, you can send it to an extension and just put the number, their inbound number, and it'll send it to their queue. So for this one, it's going to be service. Okay, and let's add a little loop back that if they time out, then they go into a call menu. But since we haven't created the menu, let's submit it. Okay, so we created it, and when you want to do a loopback, you got to make sure you submit the menu first before it shows up. So now in the call menu, now you'll see that our test call menu, the one we created, is there. So if they don't choose something within, let's just set this to 15 seconds, and what's going to happen, it's going to loop back right back into here, and it's going to go back and over and over and over again until they finally make a decision, or a correct decision. So we submit. Okay, so now we have created the menu. So now we need to attach the menu to what number it's going to go into. So the DID, let's go into our test DID. And now instead of the DID route going into an in group, we're actually going to have it go into a call menu. Okay, so when we come here, we're going to go call menu, and we want this test call menu to show up. So once we hit submit, now anytime that this number rings, we should hear the call menu. So okay, so let's see how this works. Alright, so as we're looking here, we see that the campaign is in there, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear the IVR, but I'll go ahead and guide it, and we should be able to see if I press a 1, my sales in group come up. If I press number 2, then my service in group should come up. So let's go ahead and click another line. I'm going to go ahead and press the number. Okay, message is greeting is playing, so we hit the number 1 for sales. I'm here in 210, boom. See, now the IVR went to a greeting, I press the number 1, and it automatically sent me to sales. So let me hang this call up. Okay, and let me call it again, and this time we're going to go through the greeting and press the number 2. Alright, greeting. Alright, number 2. So as soon as it refreshes, we should see a ta-da. Alright, so now, as you see, live call waiting in our queue for a customer service, because our test customer, decided he needed to talk to the service department.